Today is Annie's first day at work. This is her first job as a business analyst in a software factory. Her team is made up of a project manager, two programmers, and a tester. At the onboarding meeting, the project manager told Annie that the project for which she has been hired is about the software that is already working and to which new functionalities must be added. This software is to shop groceries online and get fresh products delivered directly to the customer's door. The last requested functionality is a module where the final consumer can check their orders online. Annie's mission is to find the best way to satisfy this new need. Luckily, she has a plan. Annie's plan has 3 levels. The first level is divided into 3 stages: requirements gathering, analysis, and solution design. In the requirements gathering stage, Annie must understand the business and the customer's need using any source that can help her to do this. Once all the possible information has been gathered, Annie will begin with the analysis to understand what information she has and what she still needs to get. Annie now has a list of user requirements and the data to give the programmers the information they need to develop the new functionality. What she has to do here is to detail all this into a physical document. In level 2, Annie subdivides each stage into tasks. In the first stage, Annie should do the collection of the basic information, meet with the stakeholders, and register the user requirements. In stage 2, Annie has to identify the output, input, and the processes. And finally, she must document everything she learned in stage 1 and 2. And in the last level, every task has its own subtask. In information gathering, Annie will have to ask the project manager for all the documentation available regarding the system. This will help her understand what information the system currently handles. For the links to access the application and their respective credentials, the stakeholder names and emails to later organize a meeting with them. And finally, for an organizational matter, she will need to know what the project's deadlines are. When Annie finishes reading the documentation and understanding how the system works, she will be ready to organize an interview with the stakeholders. Regardless of the project, there are questions that should always be asked, such as, what's the problems you want to solve? What is the information you want to show? Do you have any idea how you want it to look? Do you have an example to show me? After the elicitation, Annie has to register the user requirements. And since her project uses agile methodology, Annie will register the user's requirements by writing user stories. Using the stakeholders' responses regarding what they want the new functionality included, Annie will be able to list the system's output data that will be shown on a screen. To learn about what input data is already available in the system, Annie can ask for the system data model or accessing to the database using SQL. Once Annie identified the input and output data, she's going to need to list all the processes that will allow her to convert the input into output. Some of the ways to do this are using calculations, adaptations, or transformations. For example, if the functionality she is designing has to show on the screen the consumer's age, she will need consumer age as an output and consumer's birthday and today's date as an input. And the process that will allow her to convert the input into output will be today's date minus date of birth equal consumer's age. Finally, Annie should write the solution design as clear as possible. So she made a list of what her document can include: user story, new functionalities description, screen design, data, UML diagrams, and acceptance criteria. With a plan like this, Annie will be able to accomplish her tasks in a structured and organized manner, which will give her confidence when executing business analysis tasks in her first job.